Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another CYPRX video banger. In today's deep dive into research via the digital transformation, we are going to actively show you guys updated fundamental pieces confirming that digital transformation and Agenda 2030, i.e. the United Nations 2030 agenda, it's not a conspiracy theory, people. We all need to wake up as a population and take advantage of the opportunities at hand via this new internet, this Web3 ecosystem, and this new financial infrastructure that they are currently building. If you do not take advantage of the opportunities at hand right now, again, you're doing yourself a disservice.
And the Bitcoin bet and the Ethereum bet, you're really making a financial infrastructure bet. And so to me...
But our world of financial infrastructure is changing. And the way we transact with each other is going to change.
So to me...
But our world of financial infrastructure is changing. And the way we transact with each other is going to change.
If you're coming to this space with a blank slate and you ignore all of the bias and the things you've heard in the headlines and the froth, and you just start with where we are from that lens, it's almost impossible as a thoughtful investor to say I shouldn't be involved. There's something you're actually not being honest with yourself. It's almost impossible as a thoughtful investor to say I shouldn't be involved. There's something you're actually not being honest with yourself. And so
And here at CYPRX, it has been our goal over the past couple of years to show you guys what is happening behind the scenes. So if you enjoy these deep dives, do us a favor, smash that thumbs up button and subscribe. We have some documents to go over that are all updated from 2024 for you all today, alongside some video clips just confirming what the documents are saying. So that way you can see that the information is not just coming from one entity, it's coming from multiple sources. Again, all this information the mainstream is never going to show you all. Here in the private CYPRX community, we share this type of research on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. All information that's never going to make the mainstream inside our private CYPRX chat. So again, make sure that you guys are tapped in. Let's check this out and start here. This is a document directly from the Central Bank of frickin' Ireland telling you guys this information. Do you really think this document is ever going to make it on CNBC, ever going to make it on Fox News? No, absolutely not. Well, we're going to scroll right down here and we're only going to focus on the executive summary. So here it goes on to say, I'm just going to read this real quick. Again, I know that this might seem boring, but please pay attention. We know the global infrastructure is changing. So here it goes on to confirm that. Alongside these immediate and near-term considerations, there are structural forces at play that are bringing fundamental changes to our world. People, look at that. They highlighted that sentence in bold, okay? Trends in demographics, changes to our climate, technological innovations such as artificial intelligence, together with rapid digitalization and social media growth, are all affecting individuals, communities, the real economy, and the financial sector. These dynamics, together with global fragmentation trends, are among the factors changing the global trajectory and consequently the financial system. So literally right here, it says factors changing the global financial system. Do you all see that right there? This is not coming from CYPRX. This is not coming from Cyprus. I'm not making this up. This is the freaking Central Bank of Ireland telling you all that there is a rapid digitalization going on of our global economy and that the financial system is changing. Okay, please wake up. This is an updated document from February 2024, right? Now take a second and listen to these systemically important individuals tell you the same exact thing.
In your letter to partners, you said 2024 has the potential to be what you called a pivotal moment for inclusive growth. So can you expand on that for us and ultimately what it means for the UAE?
24 is a very, very important year, in my opinion, when you look at the next 5, 10 years, 15-year trajectory going forward, particularly when you look at the sectors that the UAE is focusing on, and de facto the sectors that we as an investment institution, Mubadala, are focusing on. So when you look at key themes, energy transition, technology, artificial intelligence, within that, digital infrastructure, these are all spaces that are undergoing a massive transformation, I would say a profound transformation, that today, when we look back in 10 years, we will look at 2024 and probably 2023 as really critical foundation years for a massive investment journey in these spaces, that investment institutions and countries, in this case, that took the right decisions in these two, in my opinion, critical years, 23, 24. 10 years from now, we'll look back I think, and we will be very satisfied if they took the right decisions.
You know, we're in the midst of what I'd argue is the fourth industrial revolution, right? If the first one was steam power and the second was electric, and those really changed the pace and scale of human production.
So if we're going to do this stuff, if we're going to have a digital transformation and financial inclusion for poor people.
Right, moving on. This is from, I'm not going to butcher this gentleman's name, a LinkedIn profile. He is and has a whole bunch of credentials you guys can see right here. But something interesting he goes on to say, in dropping this document from Arthur Little, he goes on to say, digital public infrastructure is a shared means to many ends. It is a critical enabler of digital transformation, so there's that key vocabulary, and is helping improve public services delivery at scale. Designed and implemented well, it can help countries achieve their national priorities and accelerate the substantial development goals, i.e. the United Nations development goals, the 2030 agenda. Okay, so now in this presentation, what we're going to dabble into is this document right here from Arthur Little. And after we get into some of the intricacies in this document, we're going to confirm, obviously, of course, the 2030 agenda, the digital transformation is real. But this document is going to talk about a new internet that they are building. And we know in this new internet that they are building, right, major players like blockchain and distributed ledger technology companies are going to play a massive role. We know that cryptocurrencies are going to play a massive role in the new Web3 economy. So pay attention to what this document has to say, right? We're going to head over here, and I have some highlights curated on this document for you guys to be paying attention to. So just to scroll up to the top, we see Arthur Little. First, we're going to type in key vocabulary, digital transformation. And here you guys can see it goes on to say, again, confirming that this is not a conspiracy theory. This is an updated document from 2024. In a rapidly increasing digital world, the growth in India's, again, showing you guys examples from all over the world, India's digital prowess clearly stands out while maintaining its vast diversity with a growing young population, a massive digital transformation. Indian government announces the Digital India Initiative to not only encourage its citizens to increase digital adoption, but also to transform the economy into a digitally empowered one. What? People, come on now. Come on now, it's time to wake up. We got to get hit. We got to work together. We got to awaken each other. We have to share this information. We have to push it out to other like-minded individuals like yourself. So do us a favor, smash that thumbs up button and subscribe. Share these video breakdowns on your social media platform. Share these video breakdowns to your friends, to your family members, to show them what's happening. I'm physically showing you guys proof this is not a conspiracy theory. In the pursuit of a digitally empowered nation, India has crafted a visionary framework that lays the foundation for comprehensive digital transformation. At the core of this framework lies a strategic alignment of multiple layers, each contributing to the seamless integration of digital services, platforms, and infrastructure. If you have not watched our infrastructure playlist on the CYPRX YouTube channel, again, go click on playlist. It says infrastructure on it. There's about 11 or 12 videos in that playlist. Go back and watch them. I cannot stress enough the severity of updating yourself with the current information that's changing the market landscape. Now, back to key vocabulary, we're going to type in web, okay? And we're going to just read one single highlight, actually two, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, okay? Here you can see, first off, it says, few such forces of technological advances that can create a larger impact are artificial intelligence and the new internet. You see right there, they're building a new internet built on the principles of Web3 and the immersion of the metaverse, right? That's massive. We know that we are headed into a completely new landscape. If you haven't watched the movie Ready Player One, go check that movie out. It is programming to the 110th degree. Now here it also goes on to say the existing digital entities that will evolve to deliver superior user experience and utilizing new technologies like AI and Web3 along with others. Adhere is expected to continue to be a major contributor as use cases expand to a broader range of services. So it mentions again artificial intelligence and Web3. Listen to these systemically important individuals. Not only confirm that you as individuals should be paying attention to Web3, but confirming that they are building a new internet and also solidifying digital assets' role in this new Web3 economy that they are building. Take a second and listen.
The DeFi market just last year was around $13 billion and it's projected to be around $130 billion by the end of this decade. Non-fungible token market was around $26 billion just last year and expected to grow. So Web3 is very important for people to understand. So Web3 is very important for people to understand.
To realize that overarching vision. that vision is going to be realized in every sector of the industry. I mean, what you hear about a lot is the finance sector, but it's much broader than that. It's going to be in finance, it's going to be in real estate, it's going to be in supply chain use cases, and et cetera, et cetera. Every part of the internet, every sector of society is going to be affected by this technology and this model in this new version of the internet that's being created. And Hedera is one of those players.
Proper engagement, proper transparency about what's happening. And so that has led to a whole bunch of unintended consequences, which we obviously don't want to repeat if we're designing the internet of the future. And I see digital currencies as part of that.
What are the principles that should drive the improvement of a payment system? And really, this is quite a unique opportunity in history. So payment systems have evolved over hundreds of years. But I think the emergence of digital platforms and digital transactions and their adoption on a huge scale by billions of people.
Because as we all know, cryptocurrencies, tokens are what drive the Web3 economies. They power up the Web3 economies. So basically, tokens are a very important aspect of Web3.
Now, last but not least, before we head off of this video breakdown, we have a document or a fundamental piece from one of the big 3 consulting firms. And one reason why I'm showing you this information is because all these organizations that are putting out this info, right? We have Arthur Little, we have the Central Bank of Ireland, okay? We have freaking McKinsey and Company. If you're not too familiar with McKinsey and Company, they are one of the big 3 consulting firms. You can see that right here. Just Google it, okay? They're the ones putting out this information. They're the ones telling you this. We are reiterators of information. We're middlemen trying to show you guys this. So this is an updated article from just a couple of days ago. As of time of recording this video, it is March 15th. I don't know when I'm going to release it, but this was put out March 1st, 2024. How generative AI can help banks manage risks and compliance. Without reading through the article entirely, remember things that we've been talking about, that once one of these large financial institutions adopt these technologies, they're all going to have to, or they're going to fall behind, right? If you've been a follower of our research and our content, we've been telling you guys that in previous video breakdowns way before March 1st, right? So this is going to solidify that the info that we're putting out here at CYPRX is valued info, and we're not making this up. Also, what have we been telling you all? That crypto and artificial intelligence are one of the biggest technological transformations of our lifetime. They are going to merge together. Artificial intelligence is going to utilize blockchain, cryptocurrency, and distributed ledger tech.
But to answer your question, I fundamentally believe that there are 2 major revolutions taking place in technology: distributed computing, Web3 crypto, and then machine learning, AI, AGI. And I think as we go forward, those 2 technologies are going to increasingly intertwine and intersect with each other at a variety of levels, everything from how you document the accuracy of information to the usability of some of the technology.
Right. I look forward to 24, 25. How do we use programmable money? Who's going to be using it? To me, the obvious answer is AI, right? Nobody's going to give AI a bank account, but it's going to be using crypto.
So here it goes on to say, in the next 5 years, generative AI could fundamentally change financial institutions' risk management by automating, accelerating, and enhancing everything from compliance to climate risk control. Generative AI is poised to become a catalyst for the next wave of productivity gains across industries, with financial services very much among them. Then if we scroll all the way down here, look at all the fluff in this article. Fluff, 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 fluff. Boom, highlight. Look at what it freaking says. You can literally just not make this up. It's hilarious. At a time when companies in all sectors are experimenting with generative AI, organizations that fail to harness the technology's potential are risking falling behind in efficiency, creativity, and customer engagement. Boom. So right there, again, what have we reiterated? That if individuals do not take advantage of the opportunities at hand, they are most likely, just like these large organizations, going to fall behind, missing out on massive opportunities and transfers of wealth.
Now, in AI, I think there's going to be different flavors of it, and there'll be, my hypothesis, there'll be 10 or 20 companies that can survive because you won't work with one global foundational model like a Google. There'll be domain-specific models, and there'll be models that are good for certain industries. So I think it's going to be a broader, group of companies that rise from this, maybe what is a little bit of a speculative bubble right now. But I think it is for real. The productivity gains are enormous, and it frees up human capital to do other things. And so I'm not scared of AI. I view AI as, when I can date myself, when I was in college, we still used, for accounting, I was an accounting major, still used slide rules. And people thought that when HP12Cs came in, it was dangerous because we wouldn't be able to do math. But that was far from the truth. That just increased productivities, that brought us personal computers, that brought us now large-scale computing, and now AI. And so I think AI will be one of those 5 factors in the next 10 years, 20 years that changes everything.
It becomes a very complex matrix, but if you can find that spot, you have a very strong business. So AI, you embrace AI. Every division of our group has an AI strategy, and we want to be out in front of where AI is going to go in all of our different businesses so that we don't want to be surprised. And we don't want to wake up one day and be out of business because we were naive or we had a blind spot. And so we're focused on it. It's going to be very productive for society, especially in the Western world.
The foundational technology, I spend no time on the currency side. The foundational technology, we believe, is going to completely change worldwide supply chains. Our president, CEO, founder, now executive founder, Fred Smith, was on stage in New York City in early 2018 simply making statements like that. We think it's going to completely change worldwide supply chains. If you're not operating at the edge of innovation or technology, you need to be prepared to be commoditized or potentially to become extinct.
The thing you also have to realize is this. The ball's in your court. You need to either embrace it or left behind.
So with all of these video clips in mind and these updated documents, all from 2024, do us a favor, smash that thumbs up and subscribe, share these video breakdowns, wake individuals up. This is actual research. This is not hopium. We're not driving price predictions here. We're not telling you guys that this certain project is going to be the freaking next big thing, although you did hear Mance Harmon mentioned that Hedera is going to be a massive player in this ecosystem moving forward. I myself am a firm believer in Hedera Hashgraph and the digital asset HBAR. It is one of my biggest holdings, and I have a firm belief that they are going to play a massive role, but it's not just one. It's going to be many, and it's going to be absolutely transformative. Again, long-term vision, zoom out. This is all updated information that the mainstream is never going to bring you. Here at CYPRX, we're going to continue to deliver this research to you guys, keeping you on the loop with what's actually taking place behind the scenes, regardless of what the mainstream narrative is pumping out. As always, many blessings. Make sure you guys are keeping your head up out there. I understand that we just experienced a recent market pullback. Understand where this market is headed long term. Zoom out and see the bigger picture. Many blessings. Be cognizant, be aware, and I will see you guys, as always, in the next video breakdown.